So this is a post that actually came out yesterday. However, I didn't do a video on this. I actually missed this, to be completely honest with you guys. But what ended up happening was another SafeMoon YouTuber made some remarks about it, and a lot of people are really giving some backlash on it, and I want to go ahead and review what it was that he said, and I'll give you guys my own opinion on it as well. Let's go ahead and go over what the post first mentioned. It says how I lost 30 billion SafeMoon, which is a lot of money, even by right now with its standard of it being down so much, right? So mid to late March, I purchased a $1,200. It's said kind of weird. I purchased $1,200 in SafeMoon, which totaled to a little over 30 billion SafeMoon. But unfortunately, the following week, I was arrested for reasons I would rather not say. Anyways, they took my phone for evidence, and unfortunately, I never wrote my seed phrase down. I have tried everything I could to get my phone back, but with no success. I recently did buy back in at a bunch of zeros and 19, and now I have a decent bag size, but nothing compared to the 30 billion I once had. And I'm here for the long run. It just sucks now I have to stick with the 2019 Lambo once we moon. Oh, gee darn, I got to downgrade my Lamborghini, right? So it does suck that they lost this. But as it mentioned, you should write down your seed phrase somewhere. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the YouTuber had mentioned. This is SafeMoon Joe. A lot of you guys know who he is. Go ahead and turn on the volume on this and just make it a little bit larger.
Listen, for anyone that hasn't written down their seed phrase, anywhere, save it on your computer, text it to your girlfriend if you trust her, text it to your boyfriend, I wouldn't recommend it. But take your seed phrase, to even take a screenshot of it if you can, and spread it around. Send it to an old email. That's actually what I did. To an email, a super duper old email. I mean, it's like Fortress of Solitude level old email.
Okay.
Listen, for anyone that hasn't written down their seed phrase, anywhere, save it.
Okay. You want to write down your seed phrase. You do not want to write it down just anywhere. The reason being is that you want to create as little risk as possible for anybody that is, trying to... Guys. I'm sorry. It's just, you got to look at it like this. You put your money in your wallet. Who are you going to give access to your wallet? Are you going to give your girlfriend your wallet? You're literally going to hand her your wallet and say like, hey, can you hold on to this for a month for me or whatever? It's got all your credit cards in there. It's got your cash in there. It's got everything in there. Your social security numbers in there. You pretty much name it. Would you do that? Would you give it to your mother? Would you give it to your friend? Would you go to an old storage unit and like toss it in there, right? You got to think about where you want your money to be most secure. Now, if you are not worried about security and you're looking more towards ease of access, you want to make sure that you can readily have it accessible to be able to trade, to sell it, to swap it, that kind of a thing, to make purchases with it. Well, then we got a couple different avenues of things. So if you have anything of your seed phrase, which is the keys to your wallet, and there's a phrase in the cryptocurrency industry, it says, not your keys, not your wallet. And so an example of that would be an exchange, right? So an exchange technically has a wallet address, so you can receive and you can send out from these things that cryptocurrency, but who has the keys or the login information essentially to that specific wallet address. Those private keys is a series of words that are put into a combination, and that's a way that you log in for that specific address, right? So the exchange holds on to that. Now you could look at it and say, hey, I like that because I might forget my password. I might lose it if I write it down somewhere, or I'm worried that my computer or my phone or my email, something is going to get hacked and they're going to get that information. So I'd rather just go through these big companies that are, essentially like a bank and have them be able to have that responsibility. And then you're just kind of crossing your fingers and hoping that they don't get hacked, which guess what? It has happened before. Look at Mt. Gox. If you don't know about it, go look it up. It happened a couple years ago. Huge issue. And it's still trying to get handled with that. A lot of people lost a lot of money on that. And so the thing is that you could take that route, but is it perfect? No. In fact, is any of this stuff perfect? No. But is it the most secure? It is definitely not the most secure. So what is the most secure way to have for your wallet to protect your SafeMoon or your cryptocurrencies in general? And that would be what's called a paper wallet. So that is literally writing down your seed phrases onto a piece of paper, right? So the thing is, you need to realize that Nexo, Trust Wallet, the SafeMoon wallet, these kinds of things, they are user interfaces. So what that means is that you can go on to another device, and when you go to log in and connect your wallet, you're going to put in those seed phrases, and that gives you established connection to that wallet address. So it doesn't have to be native to Trust Wallet. It's not like you have to go to another device and open up Trust Wallet, and that's the only way you can get access to your wallet, right? So one of the nice things that's going to be happening with the SafeMoon wallet is extra layers of security, biometrics, two-factor authentication. So in addition to that seed phrase sort of mechanic, and that seed phrase mechanic looks like it's actually just being established mainly so that people can just move over their current SafeMoon. It looks like Papa has other plans of additional things that's being built in to just add extra layers of security that kind of moves away from that, but they're incorporating that, just like I said, so that you can be able to get that over. So something else you can do is not to have your full set of seed phrases on one piece of paper, but keep in mind, the more places that you put these things as puzzles, if you lose track of where one of them is, or something happens in one of the locations of what you did with those, well, you're screwed, right? It's gone. So if you got a vault and you can lock it inside your vault, great. Another thing is that you have hardware and software wallets. So a software wallet would be, for example, that of the SafeMoon wallet you download on your phone, or Trust Wallet, or Nexo Wallet. Those are software-based wallets, okay? A hardware-based wallet would be, for example, something like a ledger. So if you guys are trying to figure out how to actually move SafeMoon over to a ledger device, because I did see somebody mention that in the comments down below, to be honest with you, I'm not fully sure. I've got a ledger. I would rather have the actual SafeMoon hardware wallet, which, by the way, they mentioned that they're going to be releasing that too. So I'd rather have that, and that would make it much more streamlined and easy. However, I do know that on Ledger, as I've looked at it before, there are ways with like ERC20 tokens. If it's not just on the default list of this, you can kind of go through a process to add it manually. And because of the Binance Smart Chain, I don't know, and I don't want to give you guys the wrong kind of information, how you can move it over to the Ledger for as a hardware device, or if it's even technically possible. So I'm going to try to do some more research into this. It would help me out, and it would help a lot of other people out. If you guys actually just know the answer to this and you're watching my video, can you tell us in the comments down below? And anyways, so that's a hardware wallet. Software wallet is also kind of like the exchange stuff. So you got like something like Bitmart, right? So yeah, those are the couple examples of what you guys can do. Software wallet, that's the greatest way that you can just be like, this is for my savings, like out of sight, out of mind. But you're not going to have a really quick access to it as if you already had it on your phone ready to go. If you're going to go the route of having something on the phone, keep in mind you don't want to expose yourself to outside vulnerabilities. So what does that mean? Don't tell people how much SafeMoon that you have. Don't do it. You're trying to show off? Like, think about it. You're trying to make sure that you can stay rich. Don't give people the potential opportunity to target you to come after your money. So let's start off with that. Number one, don't tell people, don't show people how much that you have. Second of all, is that if you're browsing the internet and you're going to all these suspicious type websites, guess what? You might get a malware. You might get a Trojan virus that could give you a backdoor opportunity where these people can get in and start poking around on things. If you have an older phone, let's say, or a secondary phone, and you make that phone essentially a hardware wallet where it's only dedicated to having your crypto stored on there, then okay, great. You're not doing anything else with it. But again, the safest bet is a paper wallet. Get off the grid. Don't give people a direct form of access. Okay? That's the safest way that you guys can do it. So I wouldn't send it to an email. I wouldn't take a screenshot of it. I wouldn't copy it to your notepad. I wouldn't, save it to your desktop. I wouldn't do any of those kinds of things because that's just not being very safe, guys. So unfortunately, yes, you should write it down. I agree with him on that, but don't just put it anywhere, okay? So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I got a referral link in the description down below. If you want to get free cryptocurrency, free stock, check that out. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button, and feel free to share this video on social media. Hopefully we can get some good information out there for people to make sure you guys stay safe. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next episode.